Okay, so I just got this. This is the Japanese version of the Hakko FR-301 desoldering tool, and I guess there's been some question as to what's the difference between it and the US version. And I did some checking on the internet, and apparently there's two major differences. One is that it has a Japanese plug, which means it doesn't have the three-prong that you see in the US. And the other is that it's designed for 110 volts as opposed to 120. And the consensus seems to be that the heater element doesn't actually care. It's only the motor power that cares. And that the only difference there is that there are some resistors on the power board that are different. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is set it up and do some solder sucking with it. And for that, I need to figure out what the heck I've got. So, well, that's clearly the thing that you've rested on when you're not using it. And this is I believe this is an adjustment tool for one of the controls here. This would be a calibration control, I think, which you don't normally want to use, but this is a flat-bladed screwdriver thing, so it's a tool. And this tool is for cleaning out the tip, and I have already found out that, okay, this tip has actually already got solder on it that's blocking the hole, but it's so that you can go in there and unblock the hole when it gets full of crap. So what we've got here is, we've got the vacuum cartridge here. The vacuum, the solder goes in there. It's got a little piece of metal here that that catches the solder when it's flying. And wow. And this is put into the rubber piece, which has a ceramic fiber filter thing on the back. And this came with one extra of those cup things and 2 extra filters. And then back, oh wow, that's stiff. Oh, it's got the little, it holds back until you press the button, and then it cinches back up, and you got the pump back here. And I guess this is the axis for the pump. That's a cute little thing. All right. So it seems I was wrong about one thing. This is not meant to be a screwdriver. It's actually, this is the cleaning pin for the solder tip, and this is the cleaning pin for when it's removed for the rest of it, the path to the capsule there. And this, according to the instructions, is the nozzle wrench. So it's the nozzle wrench. It's really weird. I didn't expect this, but you just push it and it unhooks, and you push it back and it hooks back. Yeah, there's the tip, and it comes with some solder over the tip. Definitely on a desoldering iron, that's one thing you want to do, is you want to make sure the tip is tinned. Otherwise they degrade very quickly, is my experience with the old Radio Shack squeeze bulb type. So then there, yeah, so this goes into this hole to clean it out. I'm sure you can you see that in there? No, it doesn't quite, it goes right to that point. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a storage thing, but no, it's meant to be to take the this on and off, and that's about as easy as I've seen. And here we've got the cord with the Japan. They don't use the 3-pin cord as very much, not that I'm aware of. Plug it in and warm it up, and let's see if it says how long I should wait. And I seem to have missed the power switch. Ooh. Oh, my finger was on the vacuum button there. And there we go, the LED is on. So now I get to wait for it to warm up. All right, I'm trying to do this here, and I'm not having the best of luck, but that's skill as much as anything else. There, added some solder to it. Oh boy, and it does smell nice, as has been rumored. So I'm going to let it warm up the thing, and suck out some solder. That looks good. That looks good. Let's see. Oh, it's loose. Ah. Ooh, it's hot. A little hot. And this is the point where you would, or you feel obsessed to straighten out those pins. But yes, it's a 4K byte SPI EEPROM, for what it's worth. And more importantly, I can finally see, I'm trying to figure out what some of the circuitry is on this, and it's really a lot easier to read the board when you don't have the chips in the way. So it looks like it works. So I'm going to now turn it off, let it cool down. Oh yeah, give it some solder here on the way out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now let's take a look inside to see how the power board looks. And there it is, a single 10 ohm resistor, as compared to this. See right there. And that is the main difference. And that apparently controls the motor speed, but that's the one thing that I'll be changing out in a couple of days when the resistors arrive, because they came on a slower order. Okay, it's now a couple of days later, and I did get some 300 ohm resistors, And of course I have to desolder them from this old board, and since I can't use this Hakko to desolder itself, I'm going to have to use my old and trusty Radio Shack iron here. That's two of them. Three and four. All right, so I can turn this guy off now. All right, now for the hard part, putting it all back together again. Well, it looks like I forgot to start recording when I finished putting it together, so all right. And that should be working. Let's at least make sure it still pumps. That's a lowered sounding pump. And what it used to sound like, now it's definitely a lower tone than before. So let's try it out. Oh, just popped right off when I give it the right angle. All right, so I would say that's a success.